I want to start this week with what I usually tell students when we come back from spring break. I say, did you have a good spring break? Anyone go to Florida? How many of you are back from California? How many of us stayed here? You went back to Beijing? Seriously? Anyone go to the Natural History Museum? Yeah, I was there last week with my daughter. However, this year, spring break was different. All of a sudden, every day is Sunday and spring break is forever. Remember the Spanish flu of 1919? Well, now you do. The world as we know it goes belly up in the middle of the semester. Students are sent home. In 1 week, faculty and administrators must learn to do things online they've spent decades trying to avoid. You are stuck with all of your siblings in your parents' house, a million miles from the center of the universe here in New York. Stay where you are. Right now, New York is not the place to be. Those of us who are left in town are holding down the fort. It's getting kind of creepy out there. People are walking around in masks. Fortunately for you, you enrolled in my class, where we carry on working this month just like we did last month. You know what you have to do. Do the reading, make your postings, get your tea and biscuits out and read the digest, follow along with the project page process, be ready for the final. Now then, I've been thinking about how to finish up this semester. There are going to be some tweaks to the engine. We are going to take maximum advantage of community and asynchronicity. Community. I want you to reactivate the news groups. Managers, please get in touch with your members. I don't require you to meet synchronously, but you will need to devise a way for everyone to get their say in sorting out what goes into the final. Email, FaceTime, Skype, Zoom, whatever floats your boat. You know how it works with friends and family. Whatever works for them. Remember, some of you may be in different time zones, so don't wake one another up. There will soon be the equivalent of the online equivalent of the newsgroup form, so get ready. Asynchronicity. Sometimes I think it means you don't need to be listening to me to learn. I teach you by giving you things to do, and you bring us things back from which we can all learn. That's why the tea and biscuits part is so important. You've got to read the digest and digest it. The digest is what the group mind feeds from. Also, in addition to community and asynchronicity, there's a third element to the success of online teaching. Oh yes, nagging. What we miss the most not meeting is not only the news groups, it's the announcements and review part of class, the bit where I get to nag you about what you're doing and what you're not doing and tell you how to do it properly. This is the part I'm trying to replace with these videos, so pay attention. There will be a video every week. Watch the video. Homepage. There are more updates to the homepage than there were before. Check 3 times a week. I'm also updating the forum pics daily. It's been like checking all my little ducklings in again. Some of you have had a long journey home. Forum. I have decided to increase the limit on postings from 10 to 15 before I start to remove them. Remember, after 10 you get no more quantity points, but you still get quality points for postings chosen for the digest. Intro class. The forum. I put a stoplight on all the questions at the top of the page because that's our previous life and that's over now. So our work is now from elections 2020 and down. From last week there's election 2020 after Super Tuesday, Corona, what now, and oh dear, online learning, what do we tell them? Everyone has to make an Corona posting and an oh dear posting just to log in and get on the new wavelength. As to election 2020, what can we say? Wait and see. Will it be Biden versus Trump in November? Or by the time we get there, will it be Cuomo versus Romney? There are 3 new questions. Whither the liberal international order? Okay, I was thinking, well, this has never happened to me before. The entire world falls down in the middle of a course. Excuse me? And then I realized that this has happened to me twice before. The first time was the very first course I taught in fall 1989. Introduction to West European Politics. What could go wrong? This'll be a nice learner for years, I thought. And then the whole Soviet bloc disintegrated in the middle of the course. The other time was fall 2001 and 9/11. Question 2, the question of state capacity. Remember our work from earlier in the semester on the class notes page. What is democracy? Elections. What is liberal democracy? The opposition can take power plus human rights. What makes liberal democracy possible? Remember peak? Hot and cold water, supermarket food, and 24/7 electricity. Go to the Fragile States Index, pick a country and do some digging. What's the outlook for your state? Find us a source. Question 3, what I miss the most. Answer I Corona first, people, and then this question. For my own part, I miss rugby. The Six Nations tournament was just coming to a conclusion. I miss Fordham, obviously, because it never changes. The furniture in the Lowenstein cafeteria has been there since I started 25 years ago. The food is always the same. The stairs are always as steep. I miss the coffee, but I never know why. Project page 2. You get a choice. Either the Isenberg book and campaigns or Kagan and the Liberal International Order. Post your sources by Tuesday the 24th at 10 p.m, please. You know how it works. I pick sources. You have to cite from 2 of those sources in your draft. Get your quotes in order. Pick your graphics. Don't forget my sections. I dropped the news groups from project page 2 because I didn't know where you'd be up to after spring break. So you get a free choice on this one. Either Isenberg on campaigning or Kagan on the Liberal International Order. The news groups will return when you've reconnected and we will use them for the final. I agree with you that it's hard to think about the world the way the world was given the way the world is now. On the other hand, on the other side of this pandemic, there will be global dilemmas about American power like the ones Kagan discusses, and once again, presidential campaigns will get the choice between television and social media.